Good evening, everyone. I'm Nathan, here with my wonderful wife Laura.
Hello.
And we're here to do a review of a Monopoly Star Wars based on The Mandalorian. Got it right this time.
Yeah, this is not our first take. So this is not just Star Wars, it's specifically The Mandalorian, rather than kind of overall Star Wars. There are other Star Wars Monopolies out there if you're looking for one of those. I think we've got at least one on the channel.
At least a few on the channel, I think.
A few? I don't
so.
think we've got to them all yet. There's so many.
So yeah, it's based on the Mandalorian, the Disney Plus sort of show. We haven't seen it personally.
No, we haven't. Not yet. Star Wars we have, but yeah, not The Mandalorian.
Just haven't had time. This is probably a fairly low effort Monopoly overall.
Yeah, and we don't mean low effort as in to play it. We mean they've not put in a lot of effort to designing this, unfortunately.
This plays pretty much identically to a regular Monopoly. It's just the locations and things like that and currency, how they look has been changed. But the core features are the same.
Yes. So we still have houses and hotels. This is new, by the way. We haven't actually played it as of yet, because it's not our favourite, just from a quick glance.
What are they, hideouts and bunkers?
Do you want to grab the instructions? Yeah, I think it might be. So these are the equivalent of the houses here. They're still green. They're just kind of a lighter, different sort of shade of green. And are they...
Hideouts and common houses.
So yeah, so the houses are the hideouts, and then what would normally be the hotels are the common houses.
Yep.
Not confusing at all to call the hotel object houses. So this is your hotel, aka your common house, which is put on as a hotel. Just to be clear there.
Are we clear?
Is it clear? We also have, you probably see here, some little plastic bases.
Yes, no pewter pieces here. Here are your moving pieces. They're cardboard, double-sided of the child. It's got a name. I can't remember off the top of my head. But
no, I can't remember his name either. And these are all little, like, iconic moments. Like, he's got, like, the frog in his mouth there. That one's been all over the internet. Let's be honest.
So, yeah, you got the moving pieces and the four sort of stands where they go into.
Yep, so you pop those out and put them in there to play, and we just have standard dice. So this is one of the reasons we say, oh, there they go on the floor and on my foot. That's why we kind of say this one was kind of a low effort. Most of these sort of Monopolies do have at the very least, like plastic pieces. Those are going to get damaged. Cardboard pieces.
What's interesting is, I'm pretty sure there's a collector's edition of the Mandalorian Star Wars Monopoly. It comes in a silver box, which we don't actually have to compare. But it'd be interesting to see the difference between that one and this one.
Yeah, it would be. Maybe someone can comment if they've got the other one. All right, so to replace our chances and community chests, we have Nathan's just double checking the name.
The Camtono cards on the left and the Bounty Puck cards on the right.
Yep. They operate in exactly the same way though as a chance or community chest. You land on them, you pick one up.
And they got
you read them.
I think they've got the same outcomes as regular Monopoly, just different flavour text.
Yeah, essentially. So this is a get out of jail free card, but obviously it says the Mandalorian rescues the child from that terrible lab. So they've just changed it as they do. Again, the amounts all kind of work out the same. You know, you collect 100, for example, but it's, give those stormtroopers what they deserve.
I find that, without even having watched it, I find it's a little bit pointless, like the text. It's like, oh, protected from stormtroopers, collect 100. How does that make sense?
I don't know. Maybe someone can let us know how well these tie in, given that we haven't seen it.
But the child doesn't want to stay on the ship alone. Pay 100. What?
They've had to shoehorn them in, haven't they? So this is one of the ones that probably doesn't lend itself quite so well to still work with the same outcomes.
No, it's a little odd. Instead of money, it's credits, because that's what Star Wars use.
Yep, which we'll show you in a minute. I believe they're all the same denominations as a regular Monopoly. I don't think they're. I think I'm back around now. And then we have the Bounty Puck. That's right. This is a little bit different one.
This one actually has a space where you have to advance to.
Yeah, so, that's normal. I mean, you have to advance to, like, Mayfair or / the boardwalk, depending on what country you're in normal Monopoly. But this one actually has the picture of it on it, which is not something that they always do. So that's quite interesting. I'm just going to flick through these. Feel free to
It's the same sort of thing.
And read. There's another one they've put the space picture on there.
Advance to the next hideaway, which is the railroads.
Yep, we have like go to jail. If you can hear a noise in the background, that's our washing machine just beeping to tell us it's finished. So sorry if you can hear that.
Maybe it's hungry for more washing liquid.
The child learns it isn't polite to eat frogs. Collect 50. There's your houses and hotels, aka your hideout and common houses. The text is quite small.
It is quite small, so good luck if you can read it when you're watching this.
Yeah, well, not that, but more if you were playing with someone who maybe does have some issues with their vision. This would not be the version for them, I don't think.
So there you go. There's your chance to community chest. I mean, Bounty Puck and whatever it was, the Kamatono.
Yes. All right, then we have our money, which is all sort of...
Yeah, considering we haven't really played
come apart.
It's weird that it's all come apart.
Hang on, I'm just trying to get it back. Help!
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
So they actually have at least redesigned the money to look more Star Warsy.
Yeah, so that's a good thing about it. I do like when they do that. So we have our 1s.
5s.
Yep.
10s. 20s. I think 50s are next, yes. Maybe
Sure are.
100s and 500s. I believe that's all the same colours for the denominations as regular Monopoly as well.
Yeah, I would say a couple of them are a little bit more vibrant than an older traditional Monopoly, but yeah, same sort of values.
Shall we take a look at the board?
Sure. And then I've got the deed cards here as well.
Indeed.
Ah.
Alright. Well, hey, there is actually a difference. I completely forgot. There's only 2 properties per colour.
Oh yeah, the board is shorter.
They probably couldn't think of enough things that they could...
Oh, maybe. So our 4 corners are still the same though. Go, jail, free parking, and go to jail, which we'll get around to. Yeah, so each set only has the 2.
And their items that they find throughout their journeys, I assume.
Yeah, so you're buying items, not like locations, and then you're building hideouts and common houses on those items.
That chest plate. Got to have a common house in that chest plate.
What about in your blanket?
Someone
tell us whether that makes any sense. Are they building things in their items in The Mandalorian? It doesn't make sense to us having not seen it.
So this is the way, and this is the way of both taxes in this version. Instead of a railroad, it's just a roll again.
Just to keep things moving, I guess.
The Camtono is just obviously pick up one of those cards.
I believe all the payment values are the same in this though. Instead of our utilities, we've got a Razor Crest storage bay. They function in that same way though, where someone who lands on it, it's based on what they roll.
7 times or 12 times?
No, 4 and 10 actually.
Oh jeez, what am I thinking?
So it's 4 if you own one of the hideaways, they're called, not utilities, and then 10 times if you own both. Free parking has no function unless you're playing with some sort of house rules, of course.
There we go.
Go to jail, you go to jail. If you're in jail, same as always. You can roll doubles to get out, or pay 50, or use one of those get out of jail free cards that you saw there before.
You pass go, collect 200. It's apart from the fact it's missing a property in each one's except the browns and the dark blues. It plays the same.
Yeah. I think it's more confusing, like I said, with the names of what they've replaced the houses and hotels with. But again, maybe that just was the only thing that made sense based on The Mandalorian.
I want to see the collector's edition and see how different that is.
Hopefully it's a little bit nicer. We have our deed cards, pretty standard values and things here. How much it is with common house versus hideouts and how much to buy them. You can mortgage still in this game, and you've got the values on the back to show that. They're all colour-coded like they should be.
I don't like that font. It's hard to read, in my opinion.
Fair enough. I have nothing against the font. I guess my main issue, obviously not having seen it, it's hard to say whether all the references are the best references they could be. My issue is more the pieces themselves.
Yeah, it's like the Space Jam Monopoly, which had all cardboard moving pieces as well. Yeah,
Monopoly normally does sort of better quality than that with their pieces, which we've got 2 kids. I mean, they're not little anymore, but they are kind of rough with things sometimes because, they're boys and they tend to be a bit rough. And cardboard pieces are just, not their friend.
So, I'd like to know if anyone out there has the collector's edition of the Mandalorian Monopoly. It's hard to recommend this one, especially with other Star Wars Monopolies out there, which is so much better in quality.
Yeah. If you're looking for just Star Wars, I like in general, and you're not worried about your Monopoly being the Mandalorian Monopoly specifically, go with one of the many other Star Wars versions. There's some really nice ones out there with collectible coins and things in them. Yeah. If you enjoyed watching this video, give us a thumbs up. Let us know in the comment section down below, did this fit the Mandalorian, and is the other version of it nicer than this one? I actually haven't seen it at all, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Hit that subscribe button and check back soon. We have videos every single Tuesday.
Sounds good.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.